What's going on, guys? It's Rhetoric here. Today I'm in a pub on Strike at Karkand, just playing in the tank, basically trying to basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to support my team and give them plenty of armored cover and just so we can push up properly. Now the first thing I'm going to do to push up here is I'm going to shoot the first stragglers. That's the first thing. The first guys who come in, I take two of them out. You know, they're gone. And here's another thing too as well. A little tip: blow out this building. You know, just watching other people's videos of you on YouTube, like for example, Level Cap Gaming. He will come up to this building and just start shooting people at it. So it's a good idea to blow up that building and kind of, expose whoever might be hiding in there, because at the start of this match, the enemy team can spawn literally anywhere. Any of these objectives that you see right here, they can spawn on them. So that's just bad news bears right there. So you never want them to have that advantage right at the start of the match. So I kill this guy by collapsing this building, and I'm just basically blowing up all these buildings right here, taking out any potential hiding spots where the enemy could see where I can't really see them myself. Then I start taking shots at this tank over here, which is a little difficult since he's got some cover, so I'm just kind of playing the peeking game, just trying to peek out, take shots at him. I see him, he's trying to move towards the right this time, so now I'm just going to mirror his movements basically. I'm not going to let him have the advantage of back raging me. So again, this guy's juking left, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to push left and just basically play the peek game and try to get shots off on him, all the while we're looking out for infantry. And again, the canister shell, do not underestimate this thing. This thing is just seriously disgustingly good of a weapon to not, use. I mean, look at that. Take out a guy with a headshot, just, not even that far off. And another one. Shoot this building down, possibly get some rebel kills. Now at this point, I'm kind of wary of any spawns on the left and the right side of the buildings, especially coming from Alpha, since we don't have Alpha right now, and I'm just trying to provide cover for my team and help them cap Alpha. So I kill one guy. I know there's another one just kind of sneaking, just lying down prone, trying not to be seen right there. And nope, too late, buddy. Get a tank round right in the face. So basically at this point right now, since I know most of the spawns on Alpha are kind of in that little hotel area, that thing has a very little burn area, so I can't really take my tank up there and go take it down. And I don't want to jump out of my tank, otherwise I risk losing the enemy taking it from me. And that's never a good thing, because we only have two armored vehicles in this game. One Abrams tank, which I'm currently running in right now, and the LAV, which another one of my teammates has. So again, on this map right here, you kind of just want to take it slow. You don't want to rush into anything, and this guy sneaks up on me, and I kind of make a snap judgment. I decide just to stay in the tank. Maybe he hasn't got that much C4 on me, so he blew it up once and only took down to 56% health. Not too bad. I can just auto repair out of that, so I'm not really too worried. I'm just shooting the thing, making sure it's clear, and I know my teammates are a little bit wary about pushing up, so I'm just trying to encourage them basically to push up on it, just by telling them in chat, push up on this thing, it's clear, we're good to go. Meanwhile, at the same time, I'm looking across, just trying to make sure that no one comes up and flanks them. So now we're starting to cap Alpha. We got Bravo, Delta, and Echo as well, too. Now here's the thing about playing Conquest Large on this map right here. If you're on the American team, you'll want half your forces to go and see if they can take the, Gulf and Foxtrot objectives, the one across the river, because that's the Russian team's only vehicle spawn. So if you control Gulf especially, you deny the Russian team any armor whatsoever. So if their armor's dead, that's it. All they got is just infantry, maybe some random jeeps here and there. Big deal. So I'm basically covering my teammates, and I'm playing more of a supportive role in this match. I'm not really, going for the objectives myself. I'm supporting my teammates, helping them right now. So it's providing some cover up above. And this is a good spot to play as a tank right now while your teammates capture Charlie. So now that we captured the first 4 objectives, and my sound kind of cuts out in and out a little bit, I think, well, I'm not sure what it is with this map. This map is kind of, for me, this map is like the laggiest map out of all the maps there is. I think it might be because of all the destruction, all the destructible environments that this map has to offer, but truth be told, there really isn't I don't really see as much destructibility on this map as I do in all the others. Like, yeah, I can blow up parts of the buildings, but I can't, like, collapse most of these buildings. So, like, see right there. So I know that the enemy is taking Delta right now. First thing I do, I go up and I'm gonna cover my tracks basically, and I'm gonna start shooting at all these buildings, exposing any hiding spots that these guys can possibly hide in. Because people like to hide in these buildings, and the less buildings there are, the less likely you're going to get back raged by someone from behind. This one right here, just taking pot shots at this guy. And then I finally get him. His tank pushes up, and that's when I realize, okay, it's time to play a little bit more defensively now. So, again, playing the peeking game, making myself such a small target while my main cannon is on cooldown. So I get a few hits on this guy. I'm getting a little bit more bold because I know I got a guy repairing me, and then this is where I make a mistake right here. Some guy sneaks up and sneaks all the way around. I guess he must have went wide around and plants C4 on me before I even noticed it. I was too focused on taking out the tank. I know I had a gunner there, so he should have, what he should have done was, help me take out those guys. But again, it's a pub. I'm playing by myself. I have no voice communication with anyone. That's not really gonna happen. Pushing up again, seeing if I can take some shots at that LAV from across the map. Not quite, so I kind of give up that fight and just push on forward. I see this guy trying to climb up on this building right here, and this is where the enemy team can spawn trap us if. Well, not really spawn trap us, but they can have a spawn advantage. They can squad bomb someone from that area. So even if they lose all their objectives, they can still have that advantage over there, and that's never a good thing. Unfortunately, I'm not really in a position to really take those guys out, so I'm kind of relying on my teammates to do so themselves. Because my main focus right now is taking out this tank. I take a few shots, I get hit, I miss all those shots, so I'm just trying to repair the tank and get this thing out of harm's way right now before any enemies come rushing in. And again, here's another thing as well too. If you're going to be in this spot for a while and you know there's friendly mines around you, blow them up. Because any good player will drop an RPG or a grenade or anything like that at that mine and basically do a whole lot of damage to you because of that mine. I see that Alpha's getting going, so what I'm going to do now is, well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this soul farm because, and these things are just a pain in the ass to kill sometimes. Like, you can direct impact them with a tank round and nothing. And this is where I start to make a few mistakes right here. I pushed up too far. This guy's all over the place. So my goal right now basically is to take as many as I can before I go down with the ship. I know I'm not going to lose this fight. I know I'm going to lose this fight, I mean. Again, I go down with the ship. I deny the enemy a chance to steal the tank. So again, it's a pub. We all make mistakes from time to time. That's one, that's one mistake that I made. The important thing is that you learn from your mistakes and try not to repeat them again. I mean, that's like a universal lesson for almost anything. That's, I don't know, point out the obvious right there, but still, I see a lot of people just not really learning from their mistakes and doing the same thing over and over again. And honestly, that's the definition of madness right there, I think. Trying to do the same thing over and over again, failing and getting the same result. Yeah, just no. So anyway, we've lost a lot of ground right here. And at this point, the enemy has quite a huge lead on us right now as far as tickets go. So I'm just going to take things slow and get these guys just running across the street. And here's the thing as well too. Don't run across the street as if you're an infantry unless you know for a fact that it's cleared, especially at like Alpha right here, because all I have to do is just spot you and take you out with the canister shell and you're dead in one hit. That's it. It's really that simple. So I'm covering my teammate Captain Alpha because I can't do it myself with this tank. I wish they kind of made the capture point for that objective a little bit bigger because, yeah, not being able to do that without getting out of my tank is not a good thing at all. So the best thing I can do is support my team, and I'm taking shots at this guy, which I know he's just hiding behind this building right here, and just a thing to be careful of right here. And yeah, I get back raged. I was going to say something about that, but never mind. I didn't really go out as well as I had planned. So anyway, spawning the tank again, and yes, I know I'm kind of being a little bit of a tank whore and messing around right here, but there's a reason for it. It's basically to support my team, basically, and help them push up, because if no one else is going to do it, then I'm going to have to be the one to do it. So, I know A is flashing, and since the A objective is so small, I know that they got to be in that building right there. There's nowhere else they can be, so I'm hitting the thing with my rain round, pushing up just a little bit, got a hit coin, and boom, a double kill, no, a triple kill. So again, that's a good thing to do right there for that objective. That's one of the easiest ones to support as a tank driver. Now I know there's a guy sitting on top of this building right here. First thing I'm going to do, blow off that side of the building. That, if you're playing on the US side, it's the left side of the building, and that whole thing can be RPG'd down or shot down with a tank round. It'll collapse the building. So if they got any spawn beacons up there, guess what's going to blow up? All the spawn beacons, and if they're sitting up on that perch, well, they're going down with the ship as well too. Unfortunately, you can't do the same thing with the other side of the building, which is a little bit of a disappointment. I don't understand why they decided to have one part of the building collapsible and one part not. There's just really no explaining that, I guess. Like I said, I'm trying to blow up this building right here. It's not really working, so I focus my attention on more immediate targets, such as that guy running into that building right there. And again, blowing up these spots right here because I know that... Oh, okay. Never mind. I switched tactics right now. I'm trying to get away from that building as much as possible because I know there's still guys up there. With the squad bomb thing, where there's one, there's four, so I'm going to get the heck out of Dodge out of that place and see if I can get a better shot because I'm in a bad situation if I just stayed over there. So at this point, you know, I'm just kind of overlooking the area of Charlie. I know we've got guys capping it, so I figure they should be in a good enough position to take it. Blowing out all the buildings where the enemy could possibly spawn and shoot them from, so feeling confident that my team can capture Charlie. I switched tactics around, and I think I go for Delta at this point. I can't really remember sure. I'm just kind of commentating along as I'm watching the playback right now. Now talk about your, what was that? Use the path least used, or what was it? I can't remember the full quote of it. And before I go waxing philosophical again. So anyway, pushing up, I notice my teammate dies, I see the rocket trail. And here's the good thing about RPGs. If they fire it, you can see where it comes from, just by that trail. So I take that guy out looking at the building. I'm basically just pushing up because I know my guys are recapturing Delta back, so I'm just trying to make sure that they're in a good spot to do it. And I noticed there's a guy that kind of flashed on my minimap for just a second there. I don't really have a good angle, but I get a hit coin on him. See if I can get another one, but I think he might have just ran off somewhere else, so basically right now I'm just going to blow out all the cover that he could possibly have. Maybe possibly try to get some rebel kills, but nothing happens. I don't get that guy. He manages to escape. I don't know what happened to him. So I kind of just press on. And at this point, our team gains the advantage. We basically have them locked over at the other side of the map. And that side of the map is really, if you get trapped in there, if you're on the opposing team, it's really difficult to push out if you have no other place to spawn. So this part right here, I'm not gonna lie, it gets a little bit slow. There's not really much, you know, that happens. Because I noticed they have taken Charlie back, so, but going through, I should have immediately gone back and started taking care of it, but instead I started to take pot shots at this guy, which, mistake number 2. Or, I don't know, whatever mistake it was. But I guess my fears were kind of unfounded because our teammates start taking Charlie back. Although I don't know how much damage has been done already. I don't know if any guys have snuck around anywhere else. So I'm just kind of watching, peeking around, see if there's anyone, trying to climb up on top of those buildings because, like you saw earlier, there's a guy on top of those buildings and he was just basically squad bombing the whole place. And we were at a huge disadvantage there. Anyway, again, just kind of playing the little peek game right here, trying to take out that tank, trying to focus my fire on that tank. Now, since I don't have, so I'm running thermal optics instead of the zoom view, it makes those long-range shots a little bit more difficult. So I'm more relying on shooting the orange icons rather than shooting what I can physically see, because at this resolution, it's a little difficult to see everything. So I'm kind of just relying on my shot and hopefully I can get a hit. Now here's the one downfall of the canister shell. It doesn't have that much of a range. It doesn't have, like, it'll travel a long way and it'll still kill people, but after a certain point it'll just disappear completely, and it disappears at a much shorter range than, for example, a bullet or a tank round will. So I get another hit coin on that tank down there, and I know he's basically playing the same game I am, just kind of peeking out, but I've got the advantage of basically waiting for him to push out, pre-firing a shot, and I missed that one because he pushed out all the way, and then kind of ducked behind cover, so I didn't really get another shot there. But again, okay, so here's the thing. Now I see bees flashing, so they breached through. They somehow managed to get through. So my first thing right now is to turn around and go cover that before they can do any more damage. Of course, I get a random javelin shot to my tanks behind, and without that reactive armor, it makes it really difficult to survive a lot of hits. So, you know, I'm kind of vulnerable in that sense, and I don't think my teammate is stacking reactive armor as well, too. So, having those stack tank perks really helps, but again, not really much I can do when my teammate's not doing anything with that. So, I blow up my mini-map a little bit, and I see where all the shots are coming from. I see two guys over there, and this is where the canister shell really comes in handy. Just line up that dot on them, and you can get a nice, clean headshot with that. Take out this guy right here, and along with his teammate who spun on them, guy right here, my shit's on the cooldown, I take him out with the canister shell. And the tank run for good measure, just to make sure. Getting shot at from the right side, and oh, this is where I screw up again. Again, that guy kind of came out of nowhere. Wasn't paying attention. He got me with a C4. Now at this point, I'm kind of just assessing the situation, see where I can spawn in on. I know there's guys at Delta trying to cap it, so spawn up on here as infantry. Notice there's a guy over there, and then I don't know where this guy came from. He got me, but I got the other guy near the objective with the SMOS, so I guess it wasn't a total wasted life. Now this is where crunch time comes in. I spawn in the tank one more time because no one else has so far yet, so I kind of gave my teammates time to see if anyone else wanted to jump in the tank, but I guess no one really did, so I took the opportunity myself, jumped back in, and take a shot at this guy, get a hit coin, but I don't really kill him. I'm not sure what happened. I think I might have just grazed him or something like that, but so again, A's captured, and I don't really dare push up, and I don't have that many teammates around me because all my teammates are focused on the other objectives right now, so I'm kind of here alone at the moment. And then, look at my mini-map, I see I'm surrounded by enemies all from behind, so I'm gonna get the hell out of there before they can do any damage to me. Take out that guy right there. I know there's guys just hiding in the building somewhere, kind of behind the building possibly, but I don't want to get a chance of getting back rage in. Yeah, I take another hit, and at this point right here, the 12 tickets that the enemy has, I figure, you know, screw it. If they take my tank, they take my tank. It's not going to do much with it, so I rush out, kill this guy.
Let me repair your vehicle.
And by only 8 tickets left, you know, the enemy team's not going to do much, so I die one more time from the guy, you know, snuck up behind me, and the game ends shortly afterwards. So that was it right there, full gameplay on Strike at Karkand with a tank, just basically supporting my team. It wasn't the best of rounds, I made a lot of mistakes, but you know what? it happens sometimes, especially in a map this big. Now I know this gameplay was kind of long, but that's the reason why I don't really post a lot of Conquest gameplay up on this channel, because of the fact that these matches last a really long time, more so than Rush. Rush you can get done in about 10 minutes or so. Conquest, a half hour to maybe in 45 minutes if you're unlucky. It all depends on what the server settings are at. That's all I got for right now, so I'll see you guys next time. This is Rhetoric, signing off.